Okay. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I know you're at home, but let's start the discussion. Okay, so who can come up with the first topic first?
Uh, Wait. Okay. So, so this discussion is going to determine what topics
Mm.
of what will we going to persuade someone about. So, for one idea, I could suggest that we can use the English language as a medium to teach in most classes of UIA. So, for instance, some Unicode classes don't uses English as their medium language because those kind of classes are mixed with other courses. So, for instance, we have UNGS. It meets with Malcolm, Arcom, and also the MGT. So the lecturer uses a language that benefits all, which is Bahasa Melayu. But I don't think that would be the case. Is it because the UIA should use English language as its medium? So yeah, I think that's one idea. I think for the person that we have to consult about is probably our HOD or maybe yeah, is it KSTCL or our dean regarding this matter. Because
Hmm.
yeah, to make it compulsory for every lecturer, I mean, but that's just an idea lah, a basic idea of one. Is there any?
Like start speaking in Bahasa Melayu during lecture
No,
during
we
lecture
are
lah.
we will using the. I mean, it depends. Do we want Bahasa Melayu in UNJS classes or do you guys prefer it to be English? So
I
I mean, for one, I think the problem would be the students um are not going to get comfortable when we are using the English as our medium because they are not used to being listening and also speaking in English. So maybe some words are not being able to comprehend completely and understandably. So we could suggest the dean or maybe our HOD to use like English as a medium. But like I mentioned earlier, there could be some difficulties to many students because they might disagree with this, but I don't think that is the problem. So yes,
I,
one idea
I
is
think
that we
right.
could suggest using the English as a medium.
One thing, right? If we don't use English in an international school, I think that would defeat the purpose of international school.
That is true. We are UIAM international universities. So yes, that is one basic idea. Does anyone else have any idea?
But I get it. It is actually a good idea considering that not everyone in Unicode class is from English major and some of the other majors doesn't really understand English. But yeah, so
Yes.
the resistance is we came from international university. That is the problem, and we must embrace English, right?
Yes, that is
Okay.
true. And the thing about it is that we're not trying to make the lecturers to utilize English, but we are trying to make it compulsory, which is different. We, meaning that every lecturer has to use English when teaching in these Unicode courses.
Mhm.
So that's like, I think it's big enough to have a meeting, but yes, we have to arrange a meeting with the dean, I guess.
I have a feeling, right? If we were to implement our own language inside this whole UNGS or any other lessons thing, they can just ask in Malay and then they can just answer. They don't have to conduct an entire lesson dedicated only in the main in the language other than English. That
So
would
it's
like
like
really
informally.
informally something like that, something like that. But it's we can't use the different language all the way throughout the entire class. We can only use English, and that's the only way we'll be able to communicate with everyone in KSTCL.
On and off campus, we have to use English.
I think it's only on
Also-
campus. Off
On
campus, you
campus.
can use whenever.
So during campus and during lectures, we should use English. But what about outside of those classes?
Outside, really, it just depends on the person you're talking to.
Okay,
If they
yeah.
they prefer to speak in Malay, you can speak in the Malay, even Chinese as well if they want to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask, do the Malcolm students and TMGT students and the RCOM students, they take EPT as well, so they should have that English basic.
They do, but the thing is, for them to pass the EPT is like the lower than us. We have like 6.5, right? The benchmark. They have like 3.5 only. That's all it takes for them to pass the EPT.
But personally, I think that for teaching in class, I think that it's not a problem because, like Qhalif said, they can just actually they are free to explain in other languages. Is it not? It's just that I think that specifically during assignments that it will be a problem. Assignments like debate, it will be kind of a problem because they really need to fully speak in English. Or I think in teaching classes, in teaching they can speak Malay and other languages too. That's my opinion.
So
Yes. So I don't think this is like a word pitching topic. Next. Khalif, you want to share your idea?
That's a good question. That is.
do you guys have an idea on what to persuade? I mean, I have another one. But
Okay.
this regarding about our KSTCL punya our own cafe, which is our vendor. The thing about our cafe is that we don't have any vendor that is uh selling at an appropriate price for the students. So for now, we only have one vendor. Yeah, we only have one vendor. And the only reason that why one vendor is able to survive is because there are no competitors, and also there are no complaints from the students due to long process of complaint to get through the management of UIA. So they don't complain much, as also we are not using the cafe as much because yeah, what I'm suggesting is that we could try to persuade to open up another vendor at the cafe for the students and also for us, or maybe we can try to change the current vendor to find another suitable vendor that sells a more appropriate
Affordable foods.
prices. Yes, affordable foods. Or maybe the third option would be enabling the students to sell their food as well at the kiosk sales. For instance, that in the Mahala Cafe right now, we do have students vendor that sells burgers, takoyaki, and all of that. We could try to carry them over to the KSDSL cafe to make our cafe more lively than before, because right now it is too empty. And the students also, I mean, KSTCL is already far away from the Mahala itself, so not every person would be able to go back and forth after the classes. Some of them have to stay at the student lounge, and during those time, we could use a good vendor that sells food, like nasi belaut, like all the lauk, just like our cafe. Because I don't think that students, I don't think the students needs to go back to Cap Mahala just to eat their lunch. I think we should allow students to be able to eat their lunch at cafe, granted if they have a good vendor that sells the
So
right
you want
food.
to add more people, more vendors into KSTCL so that there
I
might
mean,
be a competition and people will be able to,
it's
eat
not
more food.
it's not about competition really, but there are only, if I am not mistaken, that our KSTCL cafe is only like 2 spots. I'm not sure if that is correct or wrong, but there are 2 spots for vendor. One is currently occupied by the current vendor, which sells snacks, a small food. Which I don't consider them as something edible for lunch. There are
Okay.
You mean
another
appropriate
spot.
for lunch?
That is appropriate for lunch. There is another
Mm,
spot which is right now it's emptied. But the last time I saw another vendor was like months ago, and it was inconsistently being there. So yeah, we could suggest these things to Dean, to our Dean, I think. Yeah.
okay. So who are we pitching? Because okay, one thing about vendor is because it's during class time, right? Weekday. Even the students selling at the cafe, they start their business on like earliest it's as 5 p.m. the end
Yep.
of the class time. So I don't think students can participate in selling foods. So so the main focus is to find vendors. But who are we pitching to? Okay, this is actually a good idea. We should take note of that.
The who that we are going to pitch it to is most likely our dean himself, is because the other day the dean made a meeting with our beloved IMSU leader regarding the students' welfare at the Mahala, but I'm not sure if they addressed the issue at the KSTCL as well.
Uh, yeah,
But
wait, I have
they
a
did,
question.
they did a meeting before.
Uh, to sell something at the cafe, do they need a formal contract or they just sell? Like
Oh,
when we have exhibition, something we call in the food trucks, right? So do
yes,
they have
but
like formal agreements?
regarding the exhibition does not use a contract as far as as far as I know. But if we are if we are talking about the cafe, our cafe being consistent every day open of from the weekdays being open, it needs to have a formal contract because it, it it's about the spot that we are providing to them. We are we provide the spot with a payment. When they want to sell something in our UAE, we need to charge them. For another like this easy example would be our mahala lah. Our mahala like Ismail Uni and also the Bumbu Kita has a contract with our management, which have a period of time. But if that period of time expired, then they have to renew the contract or move on. We have to find another vendor because it regards the spot of the selling because it's our property
Can I
as well.
ask? So your idea is to persuade the dean, but
Yeah.
is there any effort by the dean to
Oh,
actually do this as well? Because if
the
we're going to
dean.
persuade something that they are already going to do, is there a need to actually persuade them?
I'm pretty sure the dean already tried to make it work. If I'm not, I read it somewhere before that he welcome to any ideas and suggestions regarding our issues, whether it is from Mahala or KSTCL. But the issues specifically for the vendors in KSTCL, I'm not sure about the details, but I would say the
Yeah.
dean also tried to find a vendor, but the dean also said he welcome any suggestion. And maybe you can try to refine our suggestion. Maybe
So
not the
this is
students, but
so is this
also
considered like ongoing process? Like the dean is still
uh
searching for a vendor?
that we have to ask the dean himself. We have to do a profiling first regarding this matter. Because as far as I'm know, the dean knows about this, but I'm not sure where the progress is being right now.
Mm.
But like I said earlier, we could suggest the students to open up their booth, or we can also try to make Ismail Ayuni available at the KSCCL as well, because Ismail Ayuni is already a big enough of a company that Ismail Ayuni is also selling at UTHM.
You want to
So
make a branch of
uh,
Ismail Ayuni?
yeah, why not? We expand the branch of Ismail Uni since it would be easier for one. The second one is because Ismail Uni already made its spot in UIA Baku. So why not just
I think that's
extend a bit to KSTCL, you know? Like just like let make it available at KSTCL.
Yes,
I
Jannah?
think that's a better I think that's a better topic for persuasion because it's better to persuade the Ismail Ayub. But who specifically are we going to persuade then? Is it like
Our dean.
the
Regarding the
the
any of the any matters that regarding our management of UIA, we have to consult or you have to propose it to our dean itself. But
Yeah,
that's
we have to find someone who has power.
yes, someone that has power is enough to make these decisions. I'm not sure if there's specifically management of UIA that involves around the vendors on UIA or maybe the welfare of students. We need to do some profiling first regarding this. Who are we going to persuade? That is one. The second one is that we have to find uh, a representative, and not we are not going to email them or maybe by sending approval letter or all that. We need to have a proper meeting with them. So the first thing, if we are going to proceed with this idea as well, we just need to find someone who in charge of this. But I think I have a contact of someone, so I will, I think I can help a bit or two to find someone regarding this matter.
While
Okay.
we're on the subject of vendors, right? Uh, might I add that the dean or anyone who is in charge should fix the old vending machine in KSTCL, but at the same time add a new variety of vending machine. Because
Oh, that is an ongoing process from the management itself. If I'm
as
not
well.
yeah, I what I've heard, because this is my initiative once that I tried to add another vending machine because I was a part of IMSU, but the secretary of the dean rejected my proposal because they said that it's an ongoing process in which they do want to add another vending machine, but it's only a matter of when because yes, that's it. It is they do want to add another vending machine to KSDCL. We just have to wait for it. But seeing as long I'm not sure how long it will take, but it is long
There's a
enough.
lot of ongoing things.
Yeah, the
Mm.
thing about management is very a bit complex than it
slow?
seems like. Not slow. That is too harsh. That's too strong word. But yeah, the process is a bit complex than what you might think. Because we have
Yeah,
to
I
go
get
through
it.
to the yeah, they have to go also audit it to Gombak as well.
And that's the thing. We are a branch campus, so we need approval from the main campus. Anyway, this is like a controversial topic because what if when we start pitching, the dean goes like, this is an ongoing process.
Yeah, it's much difficult to pitch about this, but
Okay, so
but
uh,
also I don't think the dean is going to get offended about it because he mentioned it earlier that he is welcoming to any suggestion. Just the thing about the suggestion is I'm not sure it is strong enough to arrange a meeting with him because the solution we can just relay it to the representative of us, our student IMSU. We can just relay it to him. So I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough for us to arrange a meeting with the dean himself because it would be kind of pointless of like doing a meeting, a short meeting, just to propose
okay.
something like this.
I think that was too complicated and we need to go through more through research and profiling. So in the meantime, do we have any other topics that can be done like the easier process? Because that needs profiling and I think all of us don't have finals and it's like a very slim chance for us to do the profiling in a short time because we need to set up the appointment with the person we are pitching to.
Yeah.
Okay. Dini, you want to share your idea?
I cannot hear your voice, Dini. Still not. Can you use your laptop
Just take
microphone?
off the earphones.
Okay, in the meantime, anyone else?
What if they were to let people? What if they were to put fridges in Mahala? I feel like that's a very
Fridges.
old problem.
Public
Uh,
fridges?
No, not public fridges. Everyone in the room. At least
our
one fridge in everyone's
Oh.
room.
Great.
Oh, that sounds very good.
Because the problem is, you have
Hello?
you might have bought some.
Dengar
yeah,
tak?
we
Hello.
we
Dengar,
can
dengar.
hear you now.
You might have bought some food and then you thought, oh, I want to eat it later. But if you don't have a fridge, you just put it outside. It might go expire immediately after. So
That
if
is
you have a
true.
fridge and maybe some microwave or a frying a
Frying
stove, you can
pan,
probably
a
a
frying
frying pan
pan,
and then a stove, you could probably just cook it and then it
a
will become hot
stove.
again. But then again,
Let's not
that's asking a bit too much.
let's not talk too loud about the stove part.
I mean, the
The stuff.
refrigerator is kind of. I think that is doable. But
Mini
Yeah, at least a mini fridge. A small one that doesn't take a lot of
yeah,
power.
a
That's
mini
probably
fridge
enough.
would be actually very good for the students' welfare.
Mm.
Since we are not allowed to bring anything else, like stove
Especially
and all.
when they want to drink something cold or maybe
Yeah.
make some make something cold or just
Mm.
ice. But they can just buy it downstairs.
Mm. So what could be the resistance for the Mahala? Could it be the cost, right?
The
Oh,
cost and the
They
amount
might
of
think it
electricity used
doesn't profit them.
does
Doesn't
not
give
give them
them
profit.
profit.
no, they would not. It actually going to cost them a lot of money as well. Just to
Mm.
provide every room a mini fridge. We have like B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, B11, and every B would have a lot of room.
aren't they just gonna like increase our rent or like mahala fees?
Probably
Oh
yes.
my,
They will raise our rent.
but that would, but that would cause another concern as well because our rent is already uh at a
Well, like
good amount.
180.
Yes, our rent is actually quite high
Yeah,
considering that we are like communication
I would
students.
say it's a good spot. I'm not sure how to But our rent is pretty much at its minimum, ideal level, the
Mm.
price.
No, I
To
mean
increase
the
even more would
fees.
be a
Yeah,
problem.
You
but
know,
yeah,
our tuition fees is already like
600. Yeah, we have like
Very up there, yeah.
600 to 700 is already. The hostel fee would be around like 800 or
it's like
56.
for now
800.
both of the cost is like 1,500. Imagine we have the fridge. We might pay like close to 2,000.
I mean,
Ish,
yeah,
it's a lot.
when compared with Gombak as well, we actually have a better accommodation than them. And also our rent, our hostel fees and all is actually more better.
No,
Yeah, it's actually much better than them because we
actually
are
our
paying.
Pago hostel fee is like 1 ringgit, extra 1 ringgit per day than the one from Gombak.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the
Okay.
beneficial is can be that. But what about if we
That
only
will
to put it
be
in postgraduate room? That will be much lesser cost, but it will also means that you are only able to use the fridge if you use the postgraduate room. Because right now, even the postgraduate room don't have any fridge or anything, and I think they still need to abide by the forbidden of the stove, the breaking of the fridge and all. So if we're going to put a fridge, then I think we can make it like put it only on the postgraduate room because with the fees that you are paying, I think it is suitable enough to have like the basic needs in a room.
but how could that benefit us? It's not like all of us staying in the
It's not
postgraduate
going to,
room.
it's not going to benefit to many students, but it will help for the fourth year students. So
But we are the
you know,
teacher.
it's an initiative.
Okay. Okay, that can be. Okay, do you have anything else or we want to jump to another suggestion?
Dini, do you have anything, any ideas?
So like the other day I was thinking of picking about to enhance the effectiveness of the laundry at the each block, right? And pitch it to the Mahala office. But then Dr. Lily say what what benefit what benefit could they gain from enhancing the laundry machine, right? So I don't think that we can use this topic.
So
Oh,
it will
or
be the cost, the problem.
Mm. The same goes with the mini fridge, I think. I think because it is cost related.
okay. I thought it was because the complaint was not big enough to arrange a meeting with them. We can just like send them the email also.
Yeah.
Isn't it because of that?
Yes, and we can just send email to
Yeah.
complain.
Then what
What about
else?
Rihanna's idea the other day?
Oh, I want to talk about including debate technique into the Mohd teaching. I think not all of us takes Mohd, right? Some of you takes, what is it called?
EPT.
No. During your CFS, what did you take for the
EPT.
EPT? Oh, is it? It's called EPT?
EPT is the Mohd for us. It's called English Placement Test.
Oh, I thought you all learn IELTS.
IELTS. Wait, hold on. IELTS. What IELTS is?
Introduction to English literature.
Oh no, that is one of the subjects that we have to take
Oh,
during. This kind of like introduction to linguistic. So it's not It's not an exam that evaluates your English placement test. It's actually one of the subjects that you have to take before NCOM.
Okay. So what? Okay. For the direct intake, we take what? And
Yeah.
what have 4 tests is like the objective, the reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So I want to talk about the speaking. So usually, for the speaking part, our lecturer don't really have the exercise. All of the exercise we can have the written test, but speaking, how can you exercise with speaking? It's usually your own effort, right? So when I ask my friends, also my own experience, we all have our own self-study where we just read news from anywhere, like the Twitter, Instagram, or just random information that we got. But the problem is, during the speaking session, it's just become a info dumping session instead of collaborating in the speaking itself. Because, we just read. We don't know, we just read.
So
And
the speaking test is what? Reading and speaking? Is it
no,
not like pitching in front?
speaking test is basically you are given the topic,
Okay.
and we have our group members of 4, and we have to talk about the things. And the problem is when everyone is info dumping,
Oh.
we don't know which one is right. When the first person said A, the second person said B, and we all just agree. It's just a passive conversation.
Ah.
So
Okay.
there's no critical thinking in there. And I
Okay.
think if we start a debate, no, it's not like the debate in the speaking. It's just a form of exercise to train us for the speaking test. I think that can help with the critical thinking. Instead of just info dumping, we can asking questions like, like the mock interview.
Yeah.
Is it like the mock interview?
Yeah, it's mock interview.
So when you have the critical thinking skills during the speaking, you can have the correlation with others' topics. What do you guys think? I think all of you have done debate, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yes, especially for UNGS.
That is one.
Debate is a bit of a mixed experience for me, but yeah, I have done it.
But you guys agree that debate enhance our critical thinking, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it does.
So for this,
Still doesn't give me a reason to like it though.
you don't like it, but it will give you benefit. Okay. For this topic, I was thinking about pitching it to my lecturer, my Form 6 lecturer. She is the head of Mohd department. It's just like suggesting a new technique of learning.
Oh, that is cool. Then we are aligned with our both what we both want. I mean, we can suggest this
What kind
idea
of
to
learning?
her.
Hmm?
I mean, she also wants to have a new teaching learning style. Then yeah, we can actually propose this idea to her.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the debate session, we need to understand that how are we going to do it and the details of the debate session. If it's going to be an activity, let's change from activity into an initiative, because if the students are only partake in one debate session, I'm not sure if it's going to have a long effect to the students regarding of speaking. But if you are going to take it like I just say that every month or every 2 weeks, have at least one debate session in their teaching learning, or just like create a activity onto one of the class session. So
Mm.
I make it consistent
Yes.
throughout the semester, throughout the study period. So at
Also,
least the students are more comfortable in speaking.
Yes, one more problem is we are trying to get used to students speaking because most of them are used to write and they don't really speak because when they try to speak, they will sometimes like start making a sentences in their head, and when they try to talk it out with the proper grammar, it becomes messy.
Understandable.
So the point in the debate is also trying to make them more to normalize how to critical thinking, not just speaking,
Okay.
like brainstorming.
Mhm. Okay, so if we are going to pitch this idea to your lecturer, then we have to understand the whole process. How the lecturers are going to conduct the debate session is because the Mohd exam is big, and I'm not sure how many students are going to partake. Is it what, 100 students that takes Mohd exam every batch every year? If it's that many, then it it is going to need like a proper process of utilizing debate into one of the class activity.
Okay, yes.
Let's just say that 100 students that partakes in Mohd exam and they can't talk well during the speaking test. And I agree with the debate session because it actually trained our speech. And I don't think that's it. That it's not a bad idea at all. But we can refine it more because I'm afraid that your lecturer is going to ask some very serious questions regarding how to do it and also what's going to happen during the debate session and all that. Because I'm not sure if the lecturer also have enough time to actually do a debate session because they also have to cram with their own assessment of their own activity plan. You know, like our study plan, we have our study plan and it's already like pan out for us. So we just have to go through every one of it. So if you're going to swap one of the debate into one of the activity session, then the lecturer must be the lecturer must understand the process as well.
Okay, I get your concern, but Form 6 is not like university, not like the CFS. It's like school. It's really like a school, actually. Like, one class, what you decide to do, one class, what you decide to do. It's not like an ongoing assessment. And what is actually just, we have learned English from standard 1 until Form 5. So they basically assume that all of you can speak in English. So there's no learning. So basically our class is actually just exercises. Someday you have the written exercise. Someday you have the listening exercise. Someday you have the, what is it called? What's one more, Dini?
Listening?
Yeah, I
Was
said
it
that.
listening?
Okay, so basically every class is just exercise. So that's why I choose to pitch on my own lecturer. It's like we start small. I'm not trying to pitch the whole ministry to adapt that. We are trying to put this practice in a small step, starting with one class. And then we can say that how did your feedback? It's not like the whole brainstorming ideas as well. It's it's a debate. You can have random topics and you are required to speak out your mind. This is not a typical speaking activity where you just info dumping whatever you have memorized. So I don't think debate is more of a hassle because there's no requirements to, we are speaking in two ways, right? There's no requirement for us to like memorize infos and facts. We just speak out our minds. So that's why I want to start small by pitching it to my own lecturer. At least she can put this on a test. And maybe if this method is successful for her class, she can try to recommend to her other colleague. And maybe this method can go far.
Okay, okay, your lecturer, where is she teaching right now? Like, is it polytechnic or
It's Form
Okay,
6
wait.
college.
Form 6 college. Yeah. Okay, so we have to refine it more because the idea is good, but I don't think it's like important enough to make a whole meeting about it. You know, I mean, you can just tell it to her to adapt a debate session into her teaching, which is why I'm concerned. What I'm concerned about is that are we really going to have a whole meeting like 30 minutes just to talk about? No, I'm sorry, to talk about to talk about debate, but you can only just like relay the information to her, just WhatsApp her. So which is why
That is the point of pitching. We are trying to refine how to do it, the benefit, because all of us have done the debate, right? We can teach her like what the debate has taught us. And I think it's worth pitching because if we just say that, okay, let's say we just say simply that, madam, what if you start doing your debate, doing a debate exercise to your students instead of simply speaking test? I think this looks more like instruction than a persuasion.
Mhm.
So that's the point we have the persuasion. Pitching.
Yes, but why not make it initiative for it to become more bigger than, I mean, like, the thing that I'm worried about is that I understand that we have to persuade that your lecturer to do this, and it's commendable idea. But I feel like I feel like it would be a waste of time to make a proper arrangement meeting to tell her about this in about 5 minutes. I think we have to like figure this out. This discussion regarding how the debate session is going to be and what it's going to have, so that we can extend our meeting for like 30 minutes, so that our pitching would be like, our pitching would be good enough to have a meeting with her. You know, do you understand what I'm trying to say right now?
Is it like not word pitching? Is it like too small matter?
Yes, because I'm afraid then later on your lecturer is going to say like, oh, you should just tell me about this. We don't have to do a meeting about it. Because what she's looking right now is a new way of class activity. And what we are
It's
trying
one of a class activity.
yes, one of
And
the
there
class
is
activity.
one way to the benefit is it's not just mere suggestion. It is actually has benefits.
Yes, it benefits both of us. Our
Benefits
us,
for her and
and
for
also
us.
yes. But
Because like if you are ever been in my class, when it comes to speaking, we are helpless. All of us are just read anything read anything you can, read any as much as you can so you can speak. But instead, but then the info is here, and then when you come to speaking, you just info dumping. But then when you are you normalize the debate, you have the critical thinking here, and you are more you can more confidence to speak out your thought. That is a good way of teaching.
yeah, I agree. So yeah, I agree with all of that.
I
But
think it's worth teaching because that can benefit her and also our future generation. You know how frustrated I am when I enter the NCOM class and there's people's that just lack of speaking skills.
Agree.
And that's because they are not used to speak. They are not used to critical thinking. All they know how to speak is when they memorize some words, some sentences. But when it comes to speaking, what we call it, like speaking personally, they can't do that. They don't have anything here because everything they memorize. They are not used to confrontations. They are not confident to present. So I think that will benefit our the future generation, and also her because that's a new method. And as far as I know, my lecturer, always have like the many activities like singing, like mystery box, just to motivate her students to speak more. I mean, what if we start implementing this?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, we can go with your idea because your idea is actually benefits both of us. But the the thing that we should be discussing right now is the details of the debate session.
Detail
During the
debate
pitching,
part.
during the pitching, each one of us have to pitch their ideas and also contribute something within the debate ideas. So we all agree, right, to do debate session?
I think Jannah haven't suggest her idea.
No, I agree with the idea.
Okay,
And
What about
and
you?
we need to discuss the details of the debate,
yeah,
right?
the
Or can
details
we
of
just
the debate.
Mhm.
progressively and right after this?
Yeah, which is what I'm concerned earlier because it's a single person pitch, so we have to divide it into like 5 things. So this is your idea, Liana, and then what about the others? The others also have to contribute something to the debate session. No, I'm sorry, to the idea as well, and we all agree to do it.
We all
So
have the
let's say
credibility
that
of
let's say that you are the first presenter that you're going to pitch this idea to her. Then let's say the second presenter is the Qhalif. Then what is Qhalif is going to talk about? I think we should discuss more thorough about this matter and no about this idea, because like I said earlier, if we are going to make it just a mere activity class, I mean we all agree to do it like the paid session, but if we are going to do like a class activity, then let's make it a bigger idea, you know, like make it an initiative of me. I'm using the word initiative a lot because it's I'm using initiative a lot is because the lecturer will actually have meaningful meeting with us. I don't want her to come into the meeting saying, "Oh, it's a class activity." Okay, and then the first person pitch and the rest of us is going just to like explain the surface of the debate session. Do you understand? It's
yes.
it's let's make it more complex of the idea. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so stay with me. So the first page is obviously it's going to be you, Liana, because this is your idea, and
Okay, so I will
we
pitch
all
about
agree.
the problem
Yeah,
with the current current teaching method.
yeah. So what I'm thinking is that how to make it big enough to actually like to fit with our meeting as well, with our meeting purpose as well, is to make it again initiative. Like we make it a class activity, but make it big enough to implement in the assessment. No, sorry, in one of the study learning as itself. Like for instance, we don't want to make it one class activity only. We want to make it consistently every month or every week. They're going to be a debate session, whatever the topic is going to be, whatever the discussion is going to be. There's no winning or there's no losing side. But the thing that we are trying to do is that it's an initiative that expand more than a class activity. For being
Okay,
consistently for every week, we're going to have like a debate session, sure. But
so
who's
this
Oh,
going?
that's
is
gonna be a
the
lot of debate.
implementation.
But maybe not a week, but maybe like twice, once in 2 weeks, or
I
maybe
think
once a
usually
month.
like once a week because we have like limited classes and like at
Yeah.
least one exercise is done the per week. Okay, so the first one we have talked about the problem, and the one you currently talking is about the session, right? The implementation. I think I'll consider this as the solution. Okay,
Yep. Yeah.
implementation.
Let's put it under the solution.
All right.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with it. So does every class does the lecturer not govern, but um
Guide.
yeah, sure, guide the whole debate session, or it's going to be like the lecturer evaluates the debate session and let the students handle itself.
I think
No,
it
do you
should
know that?
be guided.
Guided.
Yeah,
So you won't.
the first time it should be guided.
Okay. So after
I
a few
mean,
classes,
this is not actually a full evaluation. It's just
okay,
a teaching techniques. So, you know, just exercise, not the full evaluation. So I think the lecturer should be involved in enriching the ideas.
okay. So, oh, it's not for evaluation as well for the lecturer.
Hmm?
It's not for evaluation as well for the lecturer.
Mm.
I mean, I thought it was going to be like it's a way of evaluating the students how they progress throughout the study. But if it's not going to be evaluation, then okay. A guide, maybe the lecturer as being a guidance, maybe a few classes after of doing a debate session, make it a proper debate session which the lecturer are not being guided at all. Lecturer are not guiding at all. Let the students handle their own, the government side and also the opposition side, and have the referee as well being the students. Let the students handle their own debate session in the class. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
just let the lecturer see oversee witness through all the debate session in that class. This is like after a few classes of debate session lah. Like the first few class, the lecturer will guide them on how to do the debate and how to do the process and also what to speak and how and all that. But at the end of the class, or maybe at the middle of after a few class, let the students handle their own debate. You know, so let
Yes, I get it.
yeah.
So that would be the solution of how we implement it. And so those who have done the debate but didn't take what you gonna pitch about? Like, are you gonna talk up solely about the debate?
I mean, we all agree in unison about. I mean, who? I think it's
Dini, you
only
want to say something?
It's only me and Khalif, right? That didn't take Mohd, but you guys, but you three took Mohd.
Yes, three of us takes but two of you
Yeah.
can speak about the debate itself.
Okay. Didn't you want to say something earlier?
Oh no, but like if we talk about the benefit that we gain from debate itself, it will be informative rather than persuasive, right?
That is true. We need to keep
That
it as
can be
persuasive, as much.
that can be persuasive if you take ethos, if you take that is the logos, and you should relate it with the ethos and pathos emotionally. I think that can turn that into a persuasive one.
What if
I
I
mean, we
say
can just
something like apa like
Okay.
from the debate thing, we can students can gain like negotiation skills for the workplace and implement it in real life. Will that
Mhm.
be benefiting?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
maybe, and you can relate it to yourself as well. That can be more emotional.
Okay. So since we are going to divide this topic into several parts, I think each one of us have to think about the aspect, not the persuasive speech, not the speech itself, but the aspect of the debate. For instance, Liana, you proposed this idea, right? You pitched the idea. Then let's say that you're the introduction for this idea. It's not introduction, lah, but it's like introduction to this
The
idea.
the
Yes.
problem.
The problem, yes. Also, let's give it to one of you two lah, Ardini and Jannah, because you guys are more familiar with this topic.
Jannah, you want to say anything about the Mohd? Like what part you want to pitch?
If Lana's going to talk about the introduction, and if nobody's going to talk about the problem, I
I am
volunteer.
talking about the problem.
So implementation, is anybody going to talk about that, or is that going?
No, I think you guys are more suitable to talk about it.
The implementation?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll take implementation.
Okay, so for the benefit, we can have the. Is it like before and after?
Mm. Or
Benefit.
maybe
Benefit should be the emotional appeal, right?
I don't know. I mean, it can be facts, you know, can be statistics. The benefits from the statistic shows that those who are to participate in debate have better speech than those who did not.
So that one we need to look for the researchers who need journals, right?
But I think that one is under the speech, so you don't have to worry about that. That one is individual work. But the benefits, I think you should take the benefits of the debate and how it will change, and how it will help the students in speech.
Or maybe we can split the benefit into two. One benefit is during the Mohd learning itself, like how you manage to get the students to talk, to speak their minds out. And the second benefit is about the future, about what they gain in the university later.
So will that be 2% or me only?
It can,
Two.
I mean,
The point that I
okay,
gave is for the future, not the during the class time.
Okay, hold on. So our pitch is going to be like 30 minutes to 40 minutes, right? Is it 30 minutes to 40 minutes, or is it 1 hour like we are doing right now?
Are we really gonna talk for 1 hour?
I mean, if it's like,
I don't think it's gonna be 1 hour.
I mean, the persuasive speech, it doesn't have the time limit, I think. But if it's going to be like 30 to 40 minutes, then maybe we should let Ardini take the whole both of the benefits, and I and Qhalif will talk about how. Damn it!
That's the thing.
Wait, you're talking about the resistance and problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why not me and Qhalif explain implementation is Jannah.
But you want to talk about why we should implement debate into all subjects, all subjects.
All subjects. Let's make it into Mohd only. So we're not
this is for
being.
Mohd only.
Wait.
So we have to give good reasons why we want to implement debates in Mohd.
Yeah, but the thing that we need to have a contribution to the idea.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the problem in the Mohd class itself. What if one of you talk about the problem when you don't get familiar with the debate when you're in the university? Like, did any of you is the first time doing debate in the university? Okay,
It's
no.
me.
I'm not sure about Qhalif.
Not really. I once debated when I was in high school.
I did it during high school once.
Or maybe you can relate to your friends. They said that all of them like get culture shock how they have to do a debate, although like why do we have to beef over an issue? Something like that. You know how people who never debate, they don't really know what to say, so they just fact dumping instead of opposing the other party's facts. I think
So you want to put their view into it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, we can say the problems occurring right now in the university for those who's not familiar with the Mohd, because we are trying to get to implement the debate in the Mohd class, right? Let's say who have never get the debate done, how they have the culture shock.
But there. Okay, wait. I'm a bit confused because the current Mohd is now they don't use the debate as one of the class activities, right? So the people that pass Mohd don't have any experience about debate session, right? So when we are going to discuss with them, aren't they going to be like, oh, their first time you would be in the university? I'm not sure. I'm still confused.
Hmm.
I mean, like every
Okay,
person that
we
we're
can
going to
start.
ask,
Okay, for the university part, we can start the line with
or
the problem if being insecure to let your thoughts out is because you are not used to speak your mind out, like how we do the debate. I get it, not everyone have the experience to do the debate. Mm,
we can try. I think we can use that as our
mhm.
part. Sorry, Jannah, are you here? Can you hear me? Regarding
Yeah.
your implementation part, what can you explain in details of what are you going to pitch to the lecturer? I guess what I'm thinking is the implementation is not the content of the debate session. It's how the process of the debate session. Do you understand?
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
I like persuade about how it's necessary to do it routinely, like how you said
yeah.
every month instead of just
I
the one
I feel
once?
like that your point should focus on how the process of the debate is going to be, so the lecturer is going to understand better. So for my part and Khalif, we can talk about the content of the debate since I'm not sure if I'm credible enough to talk about the content of the debate session, but we have experienced it in university as well. And EPT, wait, I'm not sure how does that correlate with the content and then with the credibility that we have. Mm, but I mean the content of the debate session is determined by the teacher, right? The lecturer itself. So I don't think it's matter that much to pitch about
Maybe
the idea.
maybe you can like give if you want to talk about if you want to pitch about the content, maybe you can give like guidelines like uh, we can't we can't debate about things that are too casual or too trivial. Maybe we need to only debate about current issues around the world so that they actually learn something while researching for that topic or something like that. Uh, that's is that possible?
I think that is
Uh,
possible.
Mhm.
Mm. But I'm not sure if I'm credible enough to give those kind of contents because I don't have any, I don't, I'm just a student, but I also read newspaper, so I'm not sure if that's actually give me credible enough to give what kind of content the debate session should be.
you've
Mm.
debated
Yeah.
and you've joined.
I mean, that does
Uh,
kind of apply to all of us.
Yeah.
your credibility is already there.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
maybe we can elaborate it to be like debate is not only limited to debate. It's like the skill that we gain from the debate itself. Because other than debate, we have like the mock interview, we have the forum, we have the question and answer after the presentation. That's a lot to talk. And for those who usually like solemnly what's it called, depends on a script that has been prepared before the presentation, that will be a big problem for them. Maybe you can
but
say that. Maybe you can say that the debate itself is actually a powerful core to train your brain to think.
wouldn't be fall under the Dini punya point? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing language here. Wouldn't be fall under the Dini's point, which is the benefits of having the debate? Would it be
Yes.
like
Oh, we want to talk about the problem, right? I think that's one of the problem too. The problem
yeah,
about
if
students
it's
who
problem, then it will fall under your
no, I'd
parts.
say we should have two problem. One is problem in the class and one is problem in the university for those who haven't done the
Oh,
debate.
okay,
Okay, who here want to
okay,
talk
I
about the
understand.
problem in the university? It's about the problem of the debate itself in the university. Not about what, just the debate problem, the debate problem in
Because the
university.
first time learners, the
Yeah,
first time
first
for
time
those
learners.
having debate session in the university.
I can
You can,
kind of talk about it.
you want, okay. So you can
So
talk about the type of people who usually prepare script for the presentation and question and answer session.
Not just scripts. I mean, like people who generally have no idea, like what kind of content they should be preparing, what kind of way they should be debating. Like they don't even know what debate means. I could probably talk about them.
Yes, but I think you should focus about the inability to do the critical thinking itself, the inability to like do the spontaneous thought.
They don't think on the spot. They planned it out. Is that what you mean?
Yes. They don't know how to counter,
Maybe.
argue, or answer simple questions.
So you want me to talk about what they were thinking at the time?
Huh?
Like what was it again? What is the what's it called? What is the part that I'm trying to do right now?
Okay, so the benefit from this debate is critical thinking. So the problem with people who never done the debate itself, like they cannot counter argue
yeah,
questions.
so for Khalif, you and me, we don't have any experience for the Mohd. We can only talk about those students that are not familiar how to speak English and how our experience with them, with those people that can't speak English but fluently. So we can only talk about those because we're the only thing that credible enough for us to talk about is our experiences with people that are not fluent with English because all three of them have experience in Muan. So they can speak what's the content of the Muan and how the process it should be and how it benefits the students, which is why they're both all three of them is going to talk about the Muan. But for us, we don't have any more experience. So I mean, for your part, you can try to like make it. It's not a comparison because comparison would be a bad. Is it bad thing in persuasive speech?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
the
bad.
okay.
We're
So,
representing the people
but
who
maybe
do not
yeah.
join WED.
Or maybe you can just like you can provide evidence, support evidence, or maybe statistics that those who are better fluent in English, what do they do during their high school, during their youth? I mean, both of us need to do a bit of research regarding our our part because we are trying to like show some result to the lecturer regarding the debate session because we know both of us play a role in convincing that lecturer in why debate session is needed. I mean, all three of them is going to pitch their ideas as well, and also why the debate needs. But for us as a person, for us that don't have more experience, we need to talk about how the debate also actually like expose the students to how does it.
And I have a point for you. So Dini will present the benefit, right? But let's split the benefit into two. Dini will talk about the benefit for the Mohd student itself, like during the school time, like how they became more confident. They became more more into the conversation, not just info dumping. And then maybe you can talk about the benefit of the debate in the university. Like now you are in student union, right? Let's say that this type of societies association, whatever it called, requires a lot of communication and counter arguments and pitching and stuff. That's why you need a debate skill, the critical thinking thing.
Yeah, we can split those benefits.
Mm.
Then you're going to talk about the benefits of the debate session for Mohd only.
Mhm.
You understand?
For the Mohd, yes, for the Mohd students
For
only.
the Mohd only.
Uh-huh.
So we need to have. It's not boundaries, but we need to like liaise with each other about this, about what's your point and my points. So I'm going to talk about how debate session is important
Beneficial.
to
Important for your
to
universities.
beneficial for all the high school students or those that want admit into university, because
So you can
just-
use my point earlier lah.
I'm sorry, what point?
The real life workplace, the
Oh yeah,
future.
the real life workplace is technically yes, I will be stealing your points. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but I will also help you regarding the Mohd.
Okay, so then with the partition, let me repeat again what's our part, okay? Okay. The first part, we will talk about the problem, the current problem. I will start with the current problem with the Mohd student itself in the college. And then we go to Ma'an. Ma'an will explain to the university students what happened if they have never experienced debate as a university student. What's the impact? How they get the culture shock or something. And then the third one, Jannah will propose the solution, which is implement a debate session for the Mohd students. And then four, Dini will talk about the benefit of the debate for the Mohd students. And then finally, Ma'an will say the importance of the debate as a university in a university life.
Can you repeat the first half of my part? I understand the second half, the end.
So
but
the
first-
benefit will be you and Dini. Dini will present about the Mohd students itself, like how they
Uh-huh.
became more confident to speak. And then you will say something about the confidence in university. Like you can relate with your
Yeah, sure. I can relate with
association.
soft skills and all that.
Okay. So we got it. Is it a wrap?
Yeah, if there's any more problems, then we just discuss
Jannah,
it
you
on the
guys,
WhatsApp.
any problem?
No problem.
Okay.
Maybe you can write it in the WhatsApp group.
Yes, I will write it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, that's all for today for our discussion. It is like 1 hour and 20 minutes. I will try
That's
to
pretty
upload.
long.
Yeah, I'll upload on my YouTube and I will upload on the iTalim.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have any
Thank
problems,
you.
just tell me. I'll try to upload as well.
Yes. Got it.
Thank
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Liana,
Thank you.
Khalif, everyone.
I'll stop the recording.
Bye everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Peace.